Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. If you always watch our channel, you may know that the news about Made in China. It's really exciting. Two pieces of good news that happened in China recently made the whole world envy the Chinese people. What are the two things? In this issue, we will talk about it in detail. The first news: Huawei Hongmeng system has become the top 3 mobile phone systems in the world. The United States is probably going to regret it this time. It spent so much money to introduce the chip bill. The final result is that China's chip production capacity has skyrocketed. The technical barriers built by the United States failed to trap China in the end. In addition, Huawei's Hongmeng system has once again caused heated discussions. It has become the world's top one by virtue of technology, and may have successfully surpassed Google. According to relevant statistics, in the first 5 months of 2022, China's imported chips successfully cut orders for 28.3 billion pieces. This makes the United States on the other side of the ocean very confused. As the world's largest chip importer, China spends an average of about $300 billion on imported chips every year, which is twice the cost of buying oil. And the United States started from this aspect and imposed a global blockade on China. Ordinarily, under their suppression, China should be in an embarrassing shortage of chips at present, but who knows that the sales are soaring now, which is simply unbelievable. In fact, the reason for this situation is that in the 2 years since the United States launched the chip ban to suppress China, we have not stopped our independent research and development, and have made rapid development in the semiconductor field. The production capacity of chips has increased sharply. For example, the 7 nanometers chips that were once restricted have now achieved independent mass production for more than a year. However, the low-key Chinese did not publicize their achievements internationally, so the data suddenly burst out. Will make the United States, and even countries around the world, feel incredible. In addition to the soaring chip production capacity, Huawei, which is under the care of the United States, has also made a great breakthrough. Under their leadership, the domestic operating system has made rapid progress, whether it is controlling all the underlying data, or controlling software development, hardware equipment, and corresponding the dominance of services, has made extremely good breakthroughs. For today's industries and equipment, the operating system is the most concentrated and dangerous hub and lifeline. If it can realize its independence, it will be of great significance to the development of this industry in China. Looking back at the beginning of the release of the Hongmeng system, no domestic company had the intention to use it. For an operating system, ecology is the foundation of everything. If there is no manufacturer willing to use it, then it would be good to simply declare its death. The reason why those mobile phone brands were not very interested in Hongmeng at the beginning is because the operating system has the underlying control. If you decide to use Hongmeng for your own mobile phone, it is tantamount to handing over the password to Huawei. Therefore, domestic mobile phone brands dare not make decisions lightly, but they obviously underestimated Huawei's tolerance. Mr. Ren Zhengfei donated the Hongmeng system to the country free of charge. Now other manufacturers can develop what they want based on the architecture. All worries have been eliminated, and everyone has started to use the Hongmeng system. According to statistics, there are now more than 240 million devices equipped with Hongmeng. Experts predict that if this trend continues, the number of Hongmeng devices may reach 500 to 600 million in the next 2 years, which is already difficult for Google to reach. For the future development of Hongmeng system, let us wait and see. The second piece of news, the order has exploded. The domestic Everbright aircraft C919 has just obtained the flight test certificate and has become the darling of the aviation market. By the end of 2022, the C919 has received 32 customers and 1,035 orders. Among the 32 customers, there are not only domestic customers, but also many overseas customers. As China's domestically produced large aircraft with completely independent intellectual property rights, C919 carries the ardent expectations of countless Chinese people. Its birth is of great significance for promoting high-end manufacturing, driving the real economy, and earning commercial profits. The first is the rise of high-end manufacturing. Once upon a time, China could only rely on the export of low-end manufacturing industries such as clothing, and export 800 million pieces of clothing without hesitation in exchange for a plane for others. Now, with the continuous breakthrough of our scientific and technological strength, the transformation to high-value-added industries, such as high-end manufacturing, has become the general trend and the aspiration of the people. Aviation passenger aircraft is an industry with high technical barriers. The theories required for the design and development process cover materials science, electronic information, electrical automation, energy power, fluid mechanics, wind tunnel experiments, etc. The success of C919 not only represents the success of an aircraft, but behind it is the rapid development of Chinese scientific research entities, and this is the solid foundation and confidence for the rise of China's high-end manufacturing. The second is to drive the development of the real economy. China's aviation industry has just started, and it does take time to slowly overcome some key technologies. This is called assembling aircraft by many people. But it is this assembly of aircraft that has supported nearly 300,000 industrial personnel in more than 1,000 domestic enterprises, universities, and scientific research institutes. An aircraft has millions of parts, 70,000 drawings, and a 200-kilometer pipeline. Most of the technology research and development and parts supply are Chinese companies, with a localization rate of 60%. It has greatly promoted the development of China's real economy and solved the employment problem. The third point is huge commercial value. According to the Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China's Market Forecast annual report released by COMAC, the Chinese aviation market will receive 9,084 passenger aircraft with more than 50 seats, worth about $1.4 trillion. Before the birth of C919, the global aviation market was completely divided by Boeing and Airbus, and they made a lot of money. It took us more than 10 years to finally tear a hole and squeeze into this huge trillion-dollar market. The commercial operation of C919 has just started, and the number alone has exceeded 1,000. Based on the unit price of $99 million, that is nearly $1 trillion in sales. Such a huge economic profit shows how big the commercial potential of C919 will be in the future, and it is indeed worth our while to overcome difficulties. Finally, to sum up, the first news proves China's scientific and technological strength, and the second news proves China's manufacturing strength. When manufacturing and science and technology are combined, China's high-end manufacturing can rise in an all-round way to compete with Europe and the United States. Although China's high-end manufacturing road is full of thorns, but after the perseverance of Chinese scientific researchers, they finally achieved very good results, and they will no longer be easily stuck. Therefore, let us cheer for the rise of China's high-end manufacturing, and let us praise the scientific researchers.